approaching the tail end of the first half of the individual Quadrilla Marble League, and it is about time we reach our first new event of the season. It's the Sprint Shootout. This one, a bit of a variation of the existing Sprint event. Heats of 8 in the Sprint Shootout, where the top 4 will advance to the final. There will be 4 rounds per heat where the winner goes straight to the final and the loser will get eliminated. And the rest of them will go once again. So it's a bit of a hybrid between an elimination race, heats of 8, and a regular sprint event. These marbles, they need to go fast, but they also may need to switch up their strategies a bit to conserve a bit of more energy, because they have to do a bit more racing unless you get the win in the race. There you can see our standings after the 5th event. The Broken Beam Candy Corn retook the championship lead ahead of Seabed, who's tied on points with Sandstorm, and Bluetail and Blizzard are not too far back either. It is very close towards the top of the standings. There you can see our 8 marbles in the first heat. The loser will be eliminated. Winner goes straight to the final. Seabed has a good start. Mr. Corb also up there. I think Mr. Corb will get the win, but who got last place? Oh, I think it was going to be Cobra. Here's where Casper's in last place, but they make the place on Cobra. And the marble that just came off a victory in the Broken Beam is going home in the first race. Heartbreaking for a marble that just got out of dead last on the championship. They will get 3.9 seconds. That time is just for tiebreaker purposes, because they will be ranked either 15th or 16th based on who gets last in the other heat. And with Mr. Corb also advancing, here you can see just 6 marbles in the next race. Neptune this time out in front, and they will get the win and get advancement straight to the final. And it was Casper this time in the back. They were in the back in the first race as well. Made the place on Cobra to stay alive. Not this time though. Casper well behind the rest of the field here. And Casper, 6th place in this race, will mean that they are going home. Casper has not had a great few events to start things off in Season 5. And now, in the 3rd round of Heat number 1, there you can see just 4 marbles remaining. Becomes harder to move on to the final. Mozzarella out in front. They're gaining is Tarzan. Tarzan will not get there. Mozzarella will get the win, and Seabed on the top lane, I think, will be eliminated. It was close between them and Sandstorm, but Sandstorm did not let up. So Seabed, the marble in 2nd place in the championship, is going to be knocked out here. It's not going to be a bottom 4 result for them. It will be either 11th or 12th, but still, that's maximum 5 points they're getting from this event. It's a big opportunity for a marble like Sandstorm, who's still in the blocks trying to advance from this heat. They get a good start. Tarzan comes back though. It's going to be close between these two. That's going to be very close as they approach the finish line. We're going to have to go to the replay. I have no idea who got that one. Sandstorm started a bit ahead, but Tarzan swiftly caught back up. And that's so close. Tantalizingly close towards the finish line. They're giving it to Sandstorm just barely ahead of Tarzan. And Sandstorm in 3rd place in the championship. They absolutely need that if they want to contest for the lead after this event. But what a finish to that first heat as we get ready for the 2nd one. Loser once again will get eliminated. Bluetail in the back right now. Ooh, there was one marble that was losing speed. I think that was Goop. But they do manage to hold on. Bluetail, a marble that has been very successful in the sprint in the past, got a bad start in this race and never came back. Everyone else did not let them up. And Bluetail will be eliminated here. 3.88, that is better than Cobra's time from the first heat. So Cobra will get dead last. Bluetail just 15th. And it was Rasher who got the win in that race. Rasher got the win in the sprint last season. So fitting that they get the win in the first race. Blizzard this time well out in front ahead of everyone else on the bottom lane. And Blizzard, that kind of came out of nowhere, well ahead. Rainforest in 2nd place, kind of close, but then they just stretch their gap. Stretch that gap does Blizzard, and they will get the win. And who's in the back? I think Void getting passed by Goop right towards the end, and Void will be eliminated. Also 3.88 seconds, just the same as what Bluetail put in the first round. And now there's 4 marbles remaining in the 3rd round of the 2nd heat. We're going to go straight to the final. Rainforest gets a good start. Goop, ooh, a lot of contact there with Ecto as well. And that's going to be close. I think Rainforest actually fell back. Candy Corn was close there as well, but I think Candy Corn got by with Rainforest. And Rainforest goes from 1st to last in this race. Oh, who got the win there? Goop! Goop just barely ahead of Ecto will get the win. That is what they have determined, and they are going to the final. So Ecto, despite being so close, will have to face Candy Corn in the final round of this heat. Rainforest so unfortunate to miss out. They have not gotten top half once this season, but now Candy Corn, oh, in the bottom lane, it was close in the lane section, but Candy Corn pulls ahead in the open section, and Candy Corn, a marble that is leading the championship right now, is going to make up some good ground on the rest of the field as well, because Sandstorm has moved on from the first heat, and they are just 3 points behind Candy Corn in the standings, so Candy Corn would have loved to advance, and they do. Ahead of Ecto in this one. Ecto would have loved to get advancement to the final. They've been on a decent streak lately, but only 10th place for them. Tarzan gets the best of the rest. Cobra another dead last finish. But now, it is single elimination in this final. 8 marbles will eliminate them one by one, so 7 rounds of racing to determine a gold medalist. Who gets on in front? It's Goo, but we're looking at the marbles in the back, and I think Blizzard at the back will not make the place on anyone else. Despite a great heat performance, they will be getting 8th place. Rasher going well off to the near side, but they managed to carry speed enough that they will hold on, because you hear Blizzard just barely behind Mystic Orb, who holds them off, and Blizzard will get 8th place. They're still, though, they've had a very good start to the season by their standards, so not something they can be too unhappy about, as we have just 7 marbles remaining. Goop gets the lane just by themselves. That's a bit of a reward for getting the win in the first race. But Mystic Orb out in front, and who's that in the back? Rasher in the back, but I think they made the place on Neptune. Those two in the bottom lane together. Neptune had the jump on them, but here's where Neptune drifts off too much to the near side, and Rasher uses that opportunity to get past them. Rasher will stay alive, and Neptune is going home in 7th place. Still though, solid result from them. Neptune, another marble that has done a great turnaround from the last season. And now everyone has one lane to themselves with 6 marbles remaining in the event. Mozzarella had a good start. Ooh, a lot of collisions there with Rasher, and that might have paid the price for Rasher. Rasher in the top lane, they actually fell back early on already, and that nudge was just the nail in the coffin to push them into 6th place. Our winner of the sprint last season will not be repeating a gold or a medal in this event, but still that's 10 respectable points that they will be getting from this event. And now we have our final 5. Mozzarella, Sandstorm, Candy Corn, Neptune, Mystic Orb, and Goop. Sandstorm and Candy Corn, 2 marbles that will probably be top 2 in the championship. Both of them will survive. Mozzarella drifting off to the near side, way off to the near side, and that was their undoing in this race. Well behind the rest of the field, all the other 4 staying very close together. Up top, Mozzarella will get 5th place from this event. Still, the medal elude them in this season in the first half. But that's respectable as well. 11 points for them from this event. And we have our final 4. Candy Corn, Mystic Orb, Goop, and Sandstorm. Candy Corn and Sandstorm, 1st and 3rd respectively in the championship. This is very important for both of them. Both of them in 1st and 2nd right now, and they will both cruise to the medals. And it was Goop in the back. They were in the back from the lane section. Mystic Orb was able to keep the gap on them in the open section, so Goop will be going home in 4th place. So we have our podium: Candy Corn, Sandstorm, and Mystic Orb, but in what order? Candy Corn and Sandstorm. Whoever gets the win here between those two might be able to take the championship lead. And Mystic Orb, they've gotten their first podium of the season. Can it be better than a bronze? Candy Corn struggling in the back now, but a nudge from Sandstorm pushes Mystic Orb in the back, and Mystic Orb will fall back because of it. That nudge was costly for Mystic Orb, and they are going to settle for the bronze medal here. Mystic Orb will not get top 2 in this event, but that's still their first medal of the season. But Candy Corn and Sandstorm, the marbles that will be the top 2 in the championship after this event, but in what order? Sandstorm chasing their first gold medal ever. Candy Corn chasing their 2nd gold in this season. That'll be the first time they get multiple goals in the season as they can. But Sandstorm out in front. Candy Corn's trying to catch up, and they're not going to. Sandstorm will capture gold, their first gold medal ever in the individual Quadrilla Marble League, and what a way to do it. They are going to take the championship lead, and what a way to do it by getting the gold in the Sprint Shootout. Candy Corn was so close to have been so successful in sprint events in the past. They will settle for the silver, but they are going to hold on to 2nd place in the championship, and I imagine those two are going to be well clear of everyone else from 3rd on down. And Mystic Orb, a great job by them to get their first medal of the season on the bronze spot. So after the first half of the individual Quadrilla Marble League, Sandstorm takes the lead by 2 points over Candy Corn with that gold medal. It is a big gap back to Seabed, Blizzard, and Neptune in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so it has quickly become a 2-horse race. Can anyone catch Sandstorm and Candy Corn? We'll see them back in the next event, the Whole Shot Cross.